Can you imagine waking up to find gas prices have exploded overnight, global stock markets are in free fall, and two of the world's largest economies are on the edge of a trade war? This isn't a movie, it's happening right now. India just dropped a massive economic bomb, a 150% tariff that has brought American oil to its knees. And the global reaction? Pure panic. Today we're diving into a real-time crisis that's shaking the foundations of global energy. India, a rising powerhouse, has made a move that sent shockwaves through Washington, rattled Wall Street, and could soon hit your wallet harder than you think. This isn't just a story about oil. It's about power, survival, and the unraveling of a global order that's been stable. Until now. India has been under fire for months for continuing to buy cheap Russian oil despite pressure from the West. It argued that with over 1 billion people to fuel, it needed affordable energy, no matter the politics. But the United States had other ideas. First, it slapped India with a 25% tariff. But now, in a shocking escalation, it has doubled down with an additional 125% penalty. That's right, a total tariff of 150% on key Indian exports. This is the largest trade punishment India has ever received from the US. And it's not just symbolic, it's economic warfare. Why is this such a big deal? Because India isn't just another country, it's the world's third largest oil consumer. And its decisions affect everything, from fuel prices in Europe to manufacturing costs in Asia to shipping rates in the US. With this tariff, the trade relationship between India and the United States is collapsing, and when two giants fall out, we all feel the shock. The financial markets are already reacting. India's currency, the rupee, is dropping. The stock market in Mumbai is bleeding. And economic analysts are revising growth forecasts downward. Some say India could lose nearly 1 full percentage point of its GDP growth this year. That may not sound like much, but in a country of over 1 billion people, it could mean millions of jobs lost and billions in investment wiped out. But let's talk strategy. India says it's protecting its people and economy by buying Russian oil. The US sees it differently, as enabling Russia and undermining global sanctions. So instead of directly punishing oil transactions, America hit where it hurts more. Trade, from textiles to jewelry, from leather goods to auto parts, billions worth of Indian exports are now under fire. And here's where it gets even more dangerous. This trade war doesn't just hurt India or the US, it hits global supply chains, the invisible web that keeps our economies running. If Indian goods get more expensive, American companies pay more. European brands pay more. You pay more. Think about the clothes you wear, the shoes on your feet, the medicine in your cabinet. India is a top global exporter of all of that. With these tariffs, prices will rise, availability might drop, and inflation, that monster we've all been trying to forget, could come roaring back. And it's not just consumer goods. Oil itself is now at the center of the storm. When India struggles to secure or afford crude, it looks for new suppliers. That shifts global demand, that pressures other markets, and when oil demand shifts, prices move, and usually they move up. This is the part most people miss. Trade decisions made by politicians far away don't stay far away. They reach your gas station, your supermarket, your electricity bill. The ripple effect of this US-India clash could stretch from New Delhi to New York, from your local mall to the global stock exchange. Now here's what makes this even more intense. This isn't just about dollars and cents, it's about global power. India is trying to carve out its independence to say, we'll decide what's best for us. But the US isn't backing down. It's drawing a line in the sand saying, you're either with us or you're against us. This is no longer about oil. It's a test of loyalty, of influence, of control. And when that kind of tension builds, something always breaks. Let's not forget the human cost. Already, small factories across India are canceling US orders. Why? Because they simply can't compete with a 150% tariff inflating their prices. Jobs are being lost. Entire communities that depend on export manufacturing are being thrown into uncertainty, and if this escalates further, we could see a domino effect, factories closing, investors pulling out, entire sectors collapsing. But here's the wild part. India could fight back. If India retaliates with its own trade restrictions, American tech companies, pharma exporters, and service firms could feel the heat. And if that happens, we enter a full-scale trade war, one that could last months, maybe years. And in this interconnected economy, nobody escapes unharmed. This moment is bigger than just one policy or one decision. It signals a shift in how global power works. For decades, countries played by the rules. Now it's becoming a battlefield. Oil, trade, diplomacy, they're all weapons. And you're in the crossfire. You might not be in a boardroom, you might not make billion-dollar decisions, but your life is on the line in these moments. Your fuel costs, your rent, your job, your savings. When the big players clash, regular people bleed. That's why understanding this isn't just important, it's essential. Because while leaders play chess, we're the ones living on the board. And the real question is, who breaks first? Does India cave under pressure, abandon Russian oil and risk chaos at home? Or does the US step back, lose its grip on the sanctions game and watch its influence fade? Or do both sides double down and drag the entire world into a new era of economic conflict? No matter what happens next, this is a turning point. The kind that history books will talk about. The day when energy, politics, and economics collided, and nothing was ever the same. If you've made it this far, then you already know, this is bigger than oil. It's about the future of global power. It's about who gets to write the rules. And it's about whether the world moves toward cooperation or chaos. So now it's your move. If this video opened your eyes to the hidden battles shaping your life, smash that subscribe button and ring the bell. Because we're not done. We'll be breaking down every twist in this crisis, every decision, every consequence. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Should India stand its ground? Or is the US right to pressure its allies? What do you think is the real price of this oil war? And if you want to go deeper, don't miss our next video, where we expose how oil is quietly redrawing the world map. It's not just barrels and pipelines, it's power. And you deserve to understand how it really works. Stay sharp, stay informed, and don't blink, because the next big move is already being made.